What's up, everybody? It's the Mtgnoob here, and I am doing a draft for your viewing pleasure, hopefully. This pack's kind of interesting in the fact that it has a Cryptghast, which I've never actually played with. It's got a White of Precinct 6, Death's Approach, Aetherize, Keymaster Rogue, Massive Raid, Night Watch, Burning Tree Emissary, Executioner's Swing, Hands of Binding. Now, I really want to take the Cryptghast, but I'm not quite sure if it's better than White of Precinct 6. So whatever I take here, probably somebody's snatching this up next. Burning Tree Emissary does allow some pretty brutal starts in the very Gruul aggro deck. So for me, it's really between these three cards. This is probably, one of these is probably the safest. This we're very committed as we are with this. Somewhat committed. Oh, I gotta make a choice. I'm gonna go with the Emissary here and try to build a very fast deck. And we insta don't get rewarded. As if we would have taken the Cryptghast, we would have been like, slam, bam, thank you, man. But we do have a choice between a Krakenora and a Ceratok. Since the Krakenora, there's also a Goblin here. Since the Krakenora does come down a bit earlier, I mean, we can just take this, but I still think this is better. It comes down a turn earlier, and we're not likely to be playing Simic. I'm just going to take the Krakenora here. Well, let's hope we don't get punished. Okay, we have a choice between a Glaring Spotlight and an Ember Beast. There's also some interesting white cards being passed. I really do like this card in Gruul, as I feel like it gives you a way to punch through damage, but I'm just going to snatch up the Ember Beast here. Okay, this is a horrible sign. It looks like we're being cut Gruul hard. I'm going to take a Syndic of Tides here, and if we have to audible, we have to audible. We still have two decent green picks, not that I want to go Celestia, but Boros is still open if we play this and this. Okay, and everybody and their mother is all over the place this draft. This is a bomb card, this is a bomb card, this is pretty good. I'm going to take the Scorchwalker and just try to force and hope for the best here. I could have taken the Cryptghast and probably been a lot happier than I actually am currently, but I still think we're doing somewhat okay. Okay, this is going to be an interesting pick. I'm actually going to take the foil Enter the Infinite here over the Gruul Guildgate because foil mythics are actually very hard to come by. And although I would like one of these cards potentially, especially the Gruul Guildgate, I'm going to take the money here because this draft is going not swimmingly so far. Okay, this makes me feel a little bit better about my life. As you can see, the green's kind of drying up, but there is still some white around. I'm going to take the Goblin over the Scorchwalker, and hopefully the other one wheels. Right now we're very red-based. This Krakenora can probably hit the road. If we need to go Boros, we could go Boros with the Syndic of Tides, which I probably shouldn't hide, but it's fine for now. Okay, here's an interesting pack that really doesn't have much for us. Wow. Like, really? Come on. Come on, other drafters. What are you thinking? I guess I take the Thunderfist here, but I tend to not like to play the Thunderfist. I think it's still too early to not take the Thunderfist, and the odds of me not playing any of these other cards is strong, but I'm going to take the Drake. I don't want to play the Drake, in all honesty, but it might be that way. We might actually have to go like 3-color bug or something, and I think that's fine. Here we have a safe on-color pick for the Millennium Gargoyle. I just, like, there's certain cards I tend to not like, and this is one of them. But I don't feel it's the worst in Gruul. There's also a blue Keymaster Rogue, which I don't mind either, but I'm going to play it safe and hopefully not have to dip into blue, as this draft is going all over the place, and I slightly wish I would have just taken either White of Precinct 6 or Cryptghast early on. Hopefully my opponent or my neighbors picked up on my signals, but apparently they have not. Okay, Boros Guildgate gives us an option here, but I think I'm going to take the Ceratok and try to really stay on color and force Gruul. I mean, we do have two pretty good green cards now. This is also decent, and this card's terrible if you don't, really are not able to maximize the green portion of the come into play effect. Okay, not much for us here. Don't really like any of these cards. I'm going to take a Ruffian and just hide it. He's kind of rough around the edges. LOL. I mean, we are just forcing Gruul. We're not even like... It's just... we have not been doing well. I mean, I think I might have started misbuilding and very color committed early on. I think I would have been fine with a Crypt Gas. I probably should have let that Ruffian go, as I don't really want it. And that would have been a good hint to my neighbor that I was not in black, but it is what it is. Alright, let's just open a Domri Rod and make this happen. I'm willing to splash something in this deck, but I'd love to open like Domri Rod, Clan Defiance, anything on color would be awesome. I will also hack a really good off-color bomb. Okay, this pack has a Slaughterhorn for us, so we're just going to gladly take that. Wish we could take the Cinder Elemental, as it is a card I do like. The Boros player and Orzhov players are going to be happy with this pack, but nothing much will come back for us. Okay, so we're back. We get two cards here. And neither one of them I really want. There's a Boros Charm, which I don't want to splash for, so we're left with an Armor Transport or a Burst of Strength. I'm going to go with the foil mythic thing again, and I understand that I'm missing out on somewhat viable playables, but Berigamos, welcome to the team. You're a guy. You play Magic for me. You probably just got me some ticks. And that's what's happening. I don't think I'll be playing you ever, though. Okay, so this pack's interesting in that it really doesn't have anything for us. There's a Smite here. I possibly might have to start adapting and playing Naya, but I think we're just going to have a really underpowered Gruul deck, and we're just going to have to go for it from there. I mean, right now we have 9 playables, and like I don't really consider this a playable. We also didn't see much coming back on the way of the end of pack 1. Like there was a Goblin that went away. There was, I think, another Scorchwalker that did come back, but we had to take a Goblin over it. So I'm really hoping we end up with some good stuff, and that's an excellent start. Usually I would take Mugging over Rubble Hulk. Disciple of the Always. This is like the one Gruul pack that I really wish something comes back, but it's not going to. But this gives us a legitimate bomb. I'm going to take it. I know we don't really have much removal, so you could argue that Mugging is better. I've been somewhat unimpressed with Mugging. It does what it's good at, which is killing guild mages and like early stuff like this. But I mean, we're not really set up early enough yet where I could justify any of these two. But I think my eyes got wide at a Rubble Hulk, and hopefully, he enjoys beating the crap out of opponents for me this match. You know what's going to suck? Crown Ceratok. That card's not going to be good in our deck. Okay, this is a good pack for us as well, as we could pick up any of these two, another one of these, but it's a clear slam Disciple of the Old Ways, as we need a few more 2-drops to make this deck happen. Maybe we get lucky and wheel one of these. Likelihood, not really. If there were more blue players, then I think we would be good. But it seems like Gruul is a little bit open, especially after looking at this pack. Alright, God, Gruul is starting to flow, which is nice. We currently have 10 creatures here. I'm a big fan of this card, as I feel like it just ends games if your opponents are not cautious enough. It is also excellent against Gruul. However, we could either take any of these 3 cards. We don't have a way to answer this, so currently that makes me think we should take it. And with 10 creatures, we're kind of light, but Madcap skills from Burning Tree into Madcap skills makes me pretty happy. However, I think I'm going to go with the Scarab Clan Charger, as it's an extra dude there, and it is an extra Blood Rush, and it is a 2/4. The Molten Primordial is not really a thing in a sense where we're just going to get the crap kicked out of us by playing it. Alright, I don't think I play this, but geez, what is going on here? He's an okay 6 to have in your deck. Like, I don't mind him at all. But there's been a few questionable picks, and I totally understand that. I mean, this card's a pain in the ass. These are also problematic. I feel like I should be hacking here, but with only, we're like halfway through the draft, and I don't think I want to be hacking quite yet. Here I'll take a Martial Glory over a Thunderfist. I'm not a big fan of Thunderfist. Okay, Burst of Strength or Armored Transport. So this was the pack where I could have got either. Burst of Strength does make Crown Ceratok much more playable. We didn't get the Madcap skills. If we would have probably been taking this Armored Transport. Although I still think we need dudes. I don't think we have enough Blood Rush to justify the Armored Transport here. So I'm going to take the Burst of Strength. Force Adaptation's a thing, but Nav Squad is going to kick our butt. Okay, Naturalize. This was the pack we were hoping something crazy would wheel. It did not. Ooh, Frenzy Tilling. Alright, so our deck's coming together. Gotta hide some stuff. But right now, I mean, we have 15 cards that we're comfortable playing. Once again, we'd love to open something. That would be nice. I can't really complain about this draft so far, as I've opened or been past 2 foil mythics. So hopefully we get to sell them and they're worth something. It's possible that they're not, though. Alright, let's open something well. Oh, thank you. Just made our deck awesome. Well, not awesome, but Wrecking Ogre is clearly a bomb. I mean, it's not a monetary bomb, but it's a pretty sick guy, especially with Blood Rush. It Blood Rushes itself. Hoping to maybe wheel this or this. Excuse me. We'll also take the Worm if we will it. Alright, so somebody just hacked the rare, and we're left with the Slaughterhorn, and pretty happy about that as well. I'm really hoping that our deck comes together with some more 2-drops and maybe like 1 to 2 removal spells, because right now we're all dudes. We're like, a pit fight would be really good right now. Or a... Oof, yuck. I mean, I really want to hack some stuff here. Like, what's going on? But I think we have to take the Bomber Core here. It is a 2-drop. It's not the greatest 2-drop. In Gruul, though, it's not as bad because we have some Blood Rushy stuff. We don't have too much Blood Rush, believe it or not. We only have 6 Blood Rushers, and 2 of them are creatures that we might want to just play out, essentially. Wow. What a gift. What a gift. I don't want to say we're rewarded, because I honestly don't think we're having a very strong Gruul deck currently. But let the good times roll. Like this into this is just stupid good. Okay, I'm going to actually take the Madcap skills here now that we have some more 2-drops. We have 5 playable 2-drops. And Madcap skills does do some good stuff, but look at how open Dimir is as well. Scorchwalker, you can make an argument for it, but I think Madcap skills just somehow, some way, sometime, someday wins games. Man, that was right. I just started flowing for no reason. I've got... How much rhymes do I have? Oh, I have mad rhymes. You may be wondering how many rhymes I have. Apparently I have mad rhymes. Alright, come on. 2 more good playables. Let's get a mugging and a pit fight and call it a night. Oh, jeez. These rhymes hurt your ears so hard. They hurt your ears so hard. Okay, I have a lot of 6-drops already. I would like to take this, but this card kicks our butt. I don't mind taking this over a Wildwood Rebirth, although Wildwood Rebirth is pretty decent. I'm going to take the gift there, because we can't beat flying in this deck. Oh, I hate my life. Why do decisions have to be hard? I think it's just Shanktail. Shanktail is just such a good removal spell, and our deck is sorely missing removal spells. Okay, so I believe this was our pack, and the Ruination Worm came back. So we will Ruination it up, even though we're not going to probably play one of these now. I think we don't play the Ripscale Predator, as the Ripscale Predator dies to Executioner Swing. This is our deck. I am not in love, so let's see if in the next 6 picks we can get something saucier. I'm gonna hide some stuff I don't feel like playing. Like right now, we need 2 more like really good playables. You know, with 6 picks left, there's definitely 2 more really good playables in here. I'm using my like juju energy to like get it in there, be like num num, get it in there. Yeah, all right. Well, here's one of them. It's just not for us. I mean, Nav Squad is pretty good, but not for us. Come on, 5 more picks, 2 more playables. It's doable. Alright, I guess we take a foil Debtor's Pulpit, as it does have the ability to shut down one of our larger guys. Furious Resistance for the board is not the worst. It's not the playable I'm talking about. Bleh. Oh no, Structural Collapse. Alright, so in the last 6 picks we got nothing, but we do have a deck. It's interesting, to say the least. I don't know how good it is. We are just like, oh, please block, because then I'll blow you out. Without blocking, we just get our buttocks kicked. Okay, let's make the deck. Alrighty, so bringing this down, bringing the Rubble Hulk down, probably this, Berigamos, sorry, but not today. Maybe on a different day. We're probably playing this. We have, like, no spells. But our deck isn't terrible. Really isn't. Not in love with it, but it's definitely not terrible. I might actually play Frenzied Tilling if I have to. But I'd like to not have to do that if possible. Alright, so this is 22. We have some decent white. Once again, we hacked some foil mythics, so shout out to foil mythics. It's really between Verdant Haven, which allows us to splash something, which I don't see us doing. Frenzy Tilling, which is not the worst, but is not the best. We don't really want to ramp. I honestly can't see putting Berigamos in here, although people probably are like, just play him, he's awesome. Just do it. You have 2 unplayable foil mythics. Play them both. I think if I had to pick between the cards we have access to, it's really between this, and this. That's pretty much it. We could play the Naturalize in the main or the Verdant Haven, but I don't feel that that's a very good decision. So let me order these for you. Alright, so let's make a case as to why I would play what I would play. First, we look like we have a really good curve. That being said, this can potentially be an 18 land deck. However, I feel that that's a mistake. I think that this is a 17 land deck. The only reason I would want 18 land is to really abuse the Scar Guildmade's abilities. We do have some Blood Rush stuff, but that being the case, So Naturalize comes out of the board 100% in my opinion. Verdant Haven is good. It does let us go down the line, fixes our mana, but it doesn't really do much. Frenzied Tilling fits the 5 spot really nicely, but once again, we're not ramping. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm considering Verdant Haven, Frenzied Tilling, Berigamos win, but I don't think that's good enough. So, like I said, I don't really want to play all these 6 drops, but we might consider the Rubble Hulk a 3 drop, as the Blood Rush is really usually what you're playing this guy for. So that's an option. The other option is to surprise Furious Resistance somebody, But I hate this card. Like if they don't attack, you just die. Like if they want to do some shenanigans, it's good against Boros and other Gruul aggro decks. But currently, I don't think it is the way we want to build this deck. The last card is a card that I sometimes like and sometimes I don't like. In case you watch American football, it looks like he's calling plays from his arm, which I definitely like the art. So it really ultimately is between these two cards for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see the deck without them. And this is my curve more or less. Remember, this is really a 3, this is a 3, this is a 2, this is a 5. Slaughterhorns can be considered 1. Rubble Hulk can be considered a 3. So this is more realistically our curve. Goblins a 1. So, it looks pretty good. I don't know if I really want to play the Riot Gear here, as a lot of my early guys are fine. We do have some things that would love a boost of toughness. Like with 1 toughness. But I don't think I'm going to be spending mana early on equipping my dude. Therefore, I'm going to play the 6-drop here, and we're going to hope for the best. I think if I had to rate this deck on an A to F scale, I'd say it's like a B, like a low B. Like it doesn't really have huge bombs, but it does do what it's supposed to do, which is curve out. I am a little bit concerned about playing 3 6-drops and a 5-drop, as the format is pretty slow, but I feel like if they answer all of our early threats, then we still have some haymakers in the end when the dust settles. So let's take this to battle. As always, I'm the Mtg Noob. Thanks for watching, and please check out the mtgnoob.com.